evening everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Prerna Plus. Today is the first Sunday of May and people across the world every year on this day celebrate it as Laughter Day. The first celebration was done way back in the 1998 in Mumbai by Dr. Madan Kataria, who is the founder of the worldwide laughter yoga movement, and from then on it is being celebrated across the globe. Hasya yoga is excellent. It starts as forced laughter and later it becomes a real one, and it is super contagious. As per studies, 15 minutes of laughter on a daily basis improves your health drastically. So, happy World Laughter Day to everyone present here. This evening, we have a session on the topic Challenges Faced by Teenagers in Social Media by a great speaker. Now, let me take the privilege to introduce to you all the speaker of the evening. She is a multifaceted woman who takes primary interest in mental health and well-being. Till date, she has taken numerous sessions on stress management, which includes a one-of-the-kind meditation and physical exercises. She has taught this meditation to around 5,000 children, including those in the juvenile homes. She is a warm and vivacious woman who dons multiple roles with ease and balance. A master's in psychology, cognitive behavioral therapist, NLP practitioner, mental space psychology practitioner, Yoga Prana Vidya certified instructor and therapist. She believes in psychology, happy mind, happy life. A fitness freak, she leads a life of balance and synchronicity with nature. Evidently a nature lover, she believes healing Mother Nature, Mother Earth begins with the small acts of kindness, and it is the giving that we receive. She has been a guest speaker in many national and international radio channels. Currently, she ran a podcast, Famine Frequency radio shows based on women health and empowerment in 2018 and 19. She has presented a paper on efficacy of planetary peace meditation on academic performance in school children at the 8th INSPSA Conference 2018, to be published shortly. Wellness sessions, mental well-being sessions conducted by her are rejuvenating and bring empowerment in handling challenges. She was featured in Cosmos City magazine for her diligent work, especially for the full moon meditation and helping people live in sync with nature. With this, I welcome Mrs. Poona Klereti to our YouTube channel. We welcome you here, ma'am.
Hello there, all boys and girls. So, I hope you are upgrading yourself and having lots of fun in this lockdown period. And I wanted to narrate an interesting story to all of you. This is a story of a young boy who was just born and he has just stepped into this world. And suddenly one day he found that if he cried, people just ran to him, his mother, his father, his uncle, his grandpa, his grandma. Everybody in the house, they just ran towards him when they heard him crying. And they all paid him a lot of attention. And slowly he realized that if he cried and if he made noise, he got the attention of the entire household. And he enjoyed this attention, and he enjoyed making people run at the drop of the hat. Whenever he cried, people used to run, and it used to make him very happy. And he slowly grew up. He started sitting, he started crawling, and the day came when he took his first step, And then he could see his mother, his father, and everybody in the house clapping at him merrily, encouraging him and appreciating him. And every little trick, every little new thing, every little new word he uttered, he used to get lots of attention and lots of appreciation from everybody in his family. And he started enjoying this also. And slowly he grew up, he started talking, he started walking, and he was put into a preschool. And he went to the preschool. There were many children over there, and he saw so many beautiful things over there, lots of toys. There was a beautiful garden. There were many children of different colors, of different heights, who had different kinds of attitudes. And he understood that he was a part of that school, and he was accepted as a part of that school, and that made him very happy inside, kinds of attitudes. And he understood that he was a part of that school, and he was accepted as a part of that school, and that made him very happy inside. And slowly he grew up, and over the years he realized that he was approved only when he behaved, and only when he did, only when he acted in the way his teachers and his parents wanted him to be. And there were certain set guidelines for him to behave, to speak and act. And when he followed these set guidelines, he got the approval from everybody around, and that again made him very accomplished and very happy. And topping all of this, he was the center of attraction, and he got the affection of all the people around him, his neighbors, his uncles, his aunts, his mother and his father, everybody, his friends, his teachers. And that was the topping on the cake, the affection which he received. And slowly years rolled by, he grew up, and everybody became so busy. There was no time to interact, and everybody was running. Life became busier and busiest. And he slowly started missing the attention, the appreciation, the acceptance, the approval, and the affection which he usually had. And he was grown up now. And one day, when he was sitting sadly on his own, thinking of how to fulfill his needs, his friend introduced him to a very exciting and a very interesting world called the social media. And once he stepped into the social media, he was just wowed by the kind of things over there. He realized that he could have followers. He got the attention, he got the appreciation, he got the acceptance. And he started enjoying this world called social media. And slowly he found that what all he couldn't get in the real world, the social media pics he put from the videos he made, and he liked the attention. He liked people again and again commenting on his pics, and every 5 minutes he used to go back, open and see how many likes he got. And every 2 minutes he used to go and see how many people have subscribed to his channel. And every 30 seconds he used to see how many followers he had. This had become his new way of getting happiness in life. And there ends the story. And he was lost in this world. Now, coming to the main topic of the struggles and the challenges in social media. So, struggles we all know, as I have narrated in the story. What is the real struggle of standing out in the social media? Need to be the best, need to be the most perfect, need to be standing out, need to be the center of attraction, the center of attention, need to be hatke from the other crowd. So there is also an urge for getting instant fame on social media. Instantly, overnight, somebody becomes a star, somebody's videos go viral, and they become the star of the show. And there is a lot of fan following. People start to recognize them. there is popularity, there is fame, and this in turn gives an urge to be more perfect, more famous, and to be at the top of the world, because there is a cycle happening in the brain. Whenever there is a like, whenever there is a comment, there is an intermittent release of dopamine in the brain, and this dopamine gives us a high. And slowly the screen, the social media becomes a source of this happy hormone, the dopamine, and the games are like the small rewards, the comments, the likes are like the small rewards the brain is giving to you intermittently, and every time we want to go back to this reward because that is the only reward we get from inside. When we are spending so much of time on social media, our entire focus is shifted on the number of likes and number of comments and number of followers we are having. And the teenage being the peak stage of rage of hormones, a lot of aggressive and stress hormones are released, and this is a vicious cycle where again and again the brain wants the intermittent small rewards of dopamine, and again we tend to go back to the gaming or go back to posting something new. We want to be unique and we want to be liked, appreciated. So this is a small part of the entire game called social media. Coming to the challenges, especially in this lockdown, when I see so many people putting so many posts about cooking, about the daily activities they are doing, and I see many celebrities putting many videos trying to spread positivity, trying to show how everybody has become very normal and down to earth. Everybody's leading a very normal and down to earth life in this lockdown. So what I would like to say here is the real challenge of social media is to come out of this cycle of pleasure every time when we post something, the anticipation, the excitement we get when we post something on social media. And also I see there is a lot of trolling in social media. There is a lot of flaming also in social media. Trolling is very common, as we all know. And all these are somewhere related to the lack of fulfillment in oneself, where I don't realize that I am enough and I am full in my own. And that reminds me of another interesting story. This is one of my favorite story. Many of you who know me may be knowing this story because this is one of my favorite story which I quote everywhere. So this is a funny anecdotal story about Nasruddin Hoja. So Nasruddin Hoja was a very wise man who used to give a satirical and humorous solution to the problems people used to come and address. So one day a man came to Nasruddin Hoja and he said that my house is very sick. Brought the goats also into the house, and it was double the chaos. The goats were bleating and they were not happy inside the house. There was utter chaos, utter confusion. And the third day, early morning, he ran to Hoja and said, Hoja, this is not working. I don't have any peace of mind. And Hoja said, you better bring those hens also into the house. And you could imagine what happened when he brought the hens into the house. The hens were running around. There was complete congestion in the house. There was no place to move around. There were animals, there were people, there were various kinds of smells, there were various kinds of noises. And that was it. He ran to Hoja and he said, I don't know what to do. Then Hoja asked, what do you want to do? Then he said, I want to put all the animals out of the house. Then Hoja said, go ahead and do it. So he went home and he put all the animals back to their places. He made a coop for the hens, he made a shed for the cows, and he made a different shelter for the goats. And he cleaned up his house, and that night everybody in the house slept peacefully. So the sense of fulfillment and the sense of being enough comes from inside. And when we feel that we are not enough, we seek for recognition, we seek for the love, seek for the sense of fulfillment from the environment. And that is not wrong. but moderation is the key, is what I feel. And to all the people out there, I would say we have to learn to coexist with social media, with all the challenges of social media. After all, if not for social media, would I be communicating with you in this lockdown and social distancing? And the only affirmation we can do is, I am enough and I love myself and I radiate goodness, and only good comes back to me. Because when I radiate appreciation, appreciation comes back to me. When I radiate love, only love comes back to me. So be the change you want to see in the world. And being a healer and a Yoga Prana Vidya practitioner, a psychologist and cognitive behavior therapist, I would like to next go into the part where teenagers can spend just 3 minutes in a day and rewire their brain and reshuffle their brain to channelize their creative energy, which I often see on the social media in the form of beautiful TikTok videos or in the form of beautiful songs or poetry, into a better direction. After all, a fertile ground will give a fertile crop, right? So the one exercise which I would recommend to all teenagers is the Super Brain Asana. It takes only 3 minutes in a day to do this exercise, and you can find this exercise on the free app which is on the Google Play Store, the Yoga Prana Vidya Sadhana app. It is available in many languages. And the second exercise, it's a breathing exercise. It takes hardly 5 minutes. It is called the rhythmic yogic breathing. It has a calming effect and it reduces anxiety, it reduces stress, and it has shown effectiveness in all psychosomatic ailments and psychosomatic illnesses. And so 5 plus 3, that would make 8 minutes. So 8 minutes in a day, and you would see the change which is coming around and the change which you can feel inside you. And another thing which I would like to address over here is the challenge which I faced during this lockdown was I was totally confused and I didn't know what is the real news and what is the fake news, what is causing panic in me and what is instilling fear in me. I seriously did not know, because every news which came into the WhatsApp, I felt it was a real news, but slowly I came to know to differentiate between the real news and fake news. So do not get carried away with the news which comes. Use your intelligence, use your discernment before you believe any news which has come to you on WhatsApp. And use the social media platform for learning, for upgrading, for communicating, to celebrate your victories, to celebrate your achievements, to share your happiness, to spread positivity, to connect to your friends and relatives in this period of social isolation is what I would recommend. And another exercise which I would like to recommend at the close of the day is the forgiveness exercise, which we have in our app. This is very helpful for the teenagers. It also has a different effect on the mind and the body, and it has a complete releasing effect. So daily, maybe if you spend 10 minutes, you will achieve the sense of inner stability and fulfillment, and you would love to coexist with social media, where you find a newfound real sense of achievement. So I would just give a small exercise of forgiveness. So just close your eyes, take deep breath, and remember all the situations and all the people who have hurt you or with whom you feel a feeling of anger, resentment or hatred. Just remember them. Put your hands at the heart and say Atma Namaste. I recognize the divinity in you. I salute the divinity in you. And we are all human beings. We all make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Not a big deal. Spiritual evolution implies time, process and lots of mistakes, sometimes terrible mistakes. I forgive you from the bottom of my heart. peace be upon you. And raise your hands in blessing position and chant the Shanti mantra. Om Shanti 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 Om. 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 Send them lots of peace and feel the peace inside you, the stillness inside you, and smile. So, a big shout out to Prerna Madan for launching her channel Prerna Plus and inviting me to speak about the challenges and struggles of social media. And this is the need of the hour topic, because maybe a couple of years back there were a lot of instances of a social media game where teenagers were committing suicide. So I would end and repeat and say the same statement, that moderation is the key. We have to learn to coexist with social media, and I would request everybody to like the channel, share this video and subscribe to the channel, and encourage this young lady who is trying to bring a change into the society and throw some light and love into the world. So thank you, Prerna. See you all. Stay home, stay safe till the 17th. Be happy and love yourself.
That was an excellent session, ma'am, with so many points to take home. I'm sure all will agree with me. Thank you so much, ma'am, for such a wonderful session and sparing your valuable time for us. Thank you all my lovely viewers for watching the video till end. Let's meet next week, same day, same time. And don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to our YouTube channel Prerna Plus. And don't forget to press the bell icon for the notifications. Thank you.